I'm Charlie Bannan, Managing Director for House and House, joined by Harrison, our Sales Director, discussing the market reports for Q2 2025. Next up is Dubai Marina.
You can't talk about the reports without talking about Dubai Marina. It is a very reliable contender when we talk about communities in Dubai. I think the thing that really stood out for me is that although we've seen approximately 10% growth in price per square foot over the last 12 months, when you look at it on this chart, it's actually very consistent. 3 consecutive quarters at 1,700 dirham per square foot, last 2 quarters at 1,900 dirham per square foot. If I was an investor looking to purchase in Dubai, I would see Marina as a nice, reliable option to bank my money, and I think these figures back it up.
Would you be concerned that there's a very slight dip, very slight dip?
No, not at all. I think that when you're looking at data, there's going to be peaks and troughs, but what I'm looking at here is the consistency across the board looks to be there, especially when you consider the Dubai Marina is the most transactional area in Dubai. When you look at volume of sales, it goes toe-to-toe with areas like Burj Khalifa or Business Bay. So maybe the number of transactions aren't the same as your traditional investor-heavy communities like Business Bay or JVC, but in terms of the volume of sales, 1.6 billion dirham in a quarter. It's pretty heavy, right? So you're bound to see some little dips, but across a year, that sort of consistency, if I was an investor looking at Dubai as a whole, that'd be a safe bet for me.
There's lots in the news around and like an oversupply of studios, 1 bedrooms. But interestingly, on this report, it's only 54 transactions at studio level. So that might show that if there's not lots of studios for sale in Dubai Marina, meaning they might potentially still be a good investment, because it must be quite hard to get hold of.
Exactly. I don't think there's an oversupply of studios in Marina. A lot of the newer communities you look at, they're JVCs, Business Bay, like I mentioned, they do pump out a lot of studios in these buildings, but in Marina, 1 bedrooms tend to be the most transactional unit type. So I'd say if you had a studio, maybe you have a rare commodity there, or you could argue that maybe 1 beds are more desirable,
Okay. Nice. Over 1.6 billion in transactions again.
It's a lot of money, mate.
Crazy. Thanks very much, Harrison.
Cheers, Charlie.